Millie Odhiambo Mabona, aka Bad Girl, aka Geza Geza. You don't teach me how to do my politics.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As a Manu fan, I cannot be in this house when the minority leader is trying to cast aspersions on the great team. When we sympathize with the small teams like Arsenal that my husband supports, small teams, those are useless teams. But Mr. Speaker, I hope my husband is not watching this one.
Mr. Speaker, I'm a bad girl. But you can't believe I've never even touched cigarette, never touched alcohol, never touched anything in that category. Only church wine. That's the only one I've tried. So is she in order in misleading people? Mr. Speaker, there are some of us who are naturally high. We don't need njaga. I was born naturally high.
Kila mtu atauchukua mzigo wake mwenyewe, na kila mtu atabewa habari zake mwenyewe mbele za Mungu, siku hiyo itakuja. Individual responsibility. I did not ask to be informed. I'm sorry, you cannot inform me. You asked that you are on a point of order, you are not on a point of information. You cannot inform me without my permission. I'm sorry.
Order, leader.
You cannot inform me without my permission.
Honorable Millie, order.
Mr. Speaker, I've said it before this house before. I'm very fairly informed. I don't need Honorable Nchungwa to inform me.
Leader, did you want to inform Hon Millie? She's saying she doesn't want to be informed. If you have a point of order, then proceed. And I thought it was a point of order.
Yes, Chair, because Honorable Millie might not have been there when we were moving the bill.
So I would want to encourage Honorable Nchungwa that next time you want to inform me at my intellectual capabilities. Don't inform me over mundane things like that. Because those are things that I just raise in passing. But I talk about issues of substance. Mr. Speaker, so I just want to encourage my loving sister Njeri. Please learn from me. I am serving my third term. Senior most woman member of Parliament. Honorable Nchungwa, please underline that. And as my sister is learning from me, she will come back 3-4 times and even become governor because she's learning at my feet. But if you follow somebody like Nchungwa, who I'm told has not gone to Italy to study, you will fail miserably. So please, follow the Honorable Millie Odhiambo of this house, who can do excellent work. And I just want to tell Honorable Nchungwa that I actually won. Even having called the former president names, they still recognize my sterling work in this house for the work that I've done, and the work I continue to do, and the work I will continue to do. This you cannot take away from me. Sharp to the core. Thank you. I don't support.
The Honorable Millie Odhiambo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, if you're talking today, unless you're speaking with an American accent, you're not going to be allowed to speak here. And Mr. Speaker, I just want to say that on behalf of the people of Suba North and the Kenyans at large, I just want to congratulate Honorable Hulda for this win. Mr. Speaker, she is a Kenyan immigrant who has gone to the United States of America. And Mr. Speaker, unless you're able to speak the way I'm speaking today, you have no business going to the United States of America. Mr. Speaker, on a more serious note, Mr. Speaker, on a more serious note, I want to say that I'm very happy.
Honorable Millie Mabona, the standing order provisions are clear.
Yes.
You start in a language, you continue in that language to the end. So can you continue?
Mr. Speaker, I can actually finish in this language because as a graduate of New York University, Mr. Speaker, and I can actually tell you that one talent that the Lord God has given me is that I pick accents wherever I go. So if I go into Kisii, I will speak Kisii accent. And if I go into the United States of America, I will speak American accent. And Mr. Speaker, I can tell you just before I came here, I was listening to Hulda, and I think that's what has actually influenced the way I'm speaking right now. But Mr. Speaker, now let me go back as a member of Suba North. And as a member of Suba North, Mr. Speaker, I just want to say that to a fine not exceeding 200 shillings, I would want, with your permission, to say it in Kiswahili, shilingi 200. And with your permission, I can say it in Kijaluo, Seling Meareo.
Order, Millie.
I sought your permission, Mr. Speaker.
I never gave you any permission to go mad.
I do apologize then.
Proceed, Millie.
And Mr. Speaker, the reason why I'm saying that is that this amendment seeks to move that fine from 200 Kenya shillings to 200,000 Kenya shillings. And a fine of 500 Kenya shillings to 500,000 Kenya shillings. And I am actually sad that I was not here when Honorable Ichung'wah was moving the tax policy. And your tax policy must be anchored on what you promised, which was, what are these people you are calling, what were they called? Hustlers. Which also are you going to fine for removing a notice off a car, 500,000 Kenya shillings? Are you living in utopia?
Leader,
are you living in mass?
Order.
Are you crazy? Are you mad? Are you mental?
Order,
Do you need a
Millie.
mental checkup? You are taking Kenyans
Millie,
crazy.
order. I'll still give you a time. This is the sweetness of debate.
He should know that as an esteemed lawyer, when I speak, I know the rules of the House. So I have made a connection between this law and that tax rule. It is actually completely and utterly allowed under our procedures. I made a connection. And I made a connection that says that their policy must be linked with the law that they pass. Your policy cannot be divorced from the law. The law must follow the policy. So I want to tell Honorable Imani Ichung'wah that indeed he knew. He actually prophesied that I was going to say something about him. That's why he preempted. And I will repeat, are you mental? Are you out of your mind? Think about Kenyans that you are harassing. Which Kenyan is going to pay 500,000 Kenya shillings for removing a small piece of paper off a car? You are very unserious.
Order, Millie. Order, Millie. Honestly, you are doing very well, but the language, you don't need to use unpalatable language in the House. And therefore, well, that's spent, but the language is not proper.
I think would be very good is to avoid men. The men is, yeah, Madam Speaker, the men is coded for mouth, eyes, and nose. So if you avoid men, you are avoiding mouth, eyes, and nose. Madam Speaker, somebody jokingly has also said avoid overcrowded places like your boyfriend's hats. But Madam Speaker,
you said you avoid
men.
We avoid men.
Yes, which is mouth, eyes, and nose.
Mouth, okay.
Mouth, eyes, and nose. Avoid men. And overcrowded places like your boyfriend's hat. Let me remove my mask, Mr. Speaker. Because I want them to see that not only am I a performer, but I'm also beautiful, Mr. Speaker, and elegant. And I want to tell Agatha Ambito, the lady called Agatha Ambito, who is from Siaya, Mr. Speaker, that I am focused on supporting the gender agenda, even where you have gender idiots like her, who do not know what people go through to be elected. I want to tell her I will support her so that she can be nominated to come to the floor of this House so that she can work hard and be elected. So that the demons, Mr. Speaker, let me not get there, let me not get personal. Because I know I've actually dug a lot about her, and I know a lot about her. But what I want to tell her, in Kijaluo we have something called Jiudendi. And she dares joke with me again, she will know politics. Because me, I have Jiwod my denda. I have worked hard. I am a woman of steel. And the last time she ranked me number 200 and something. And I was still elected as a member of Super North with a margin of over 10,000. I beat my opponent with a margin of over 10,000. After she ranked me over 200 and something. So I want to tell her, let her not get into the politics of Homa Bay. Because others are collateral damage. But this opinion poll, if you actually look at it, Mr. Speaker, one of the things that happened is last week I was given a heads up about they are doing exact same thing that they did to me last time, and I was quiet. This time, we will go down with you. Nita Watwanga, me, I'm not going to joke with you. Because look for votes the same way Amilo Geza looks for votes. Don't come and use technical things, PR, photos. How did you know that you are going to be ranked number 1 or 2 so you are ready with a photo? Some of them are revealing things now in our groups. Other members here are saying they were asked for 75,000, 100,000. Honorable Kaluma even has a name. Me, I don't want anybody to rank me number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or number last, because I know my worth. If it is here, I don't need anybody to rank me. I can rank myself. I know how I perform on legislation, representation, and oversight. Even now, the issue that you are giving earlier on, Mr. Speaker, one of my bills is there. I don't need you to rank me. I know what I'm doing in this house. The first time she raised my name, I kept quiet. Mr. Speaker, now she's raising my name again. I will not let her go. Even the ones who are ranking me number 1, I do not want to be ranked. I know what my position is. Don't rank me. I don't need your rankings. And Mr. Speaker, I think we need to tell people like Infotainment, if we know that coronavirus has affected businesses, but she is not going to use us as commodities to make money, as members of parliament, commodities to make money. And when you actually, I'm told, I didn't listen, but I was told by those who listen in Ramogi, that when she was asked what criteria did she use, she called and said, one question. She said she asked one question, that out of 1 to 10, how do you rank your MP? What was her sample size? In Suba North, if you come and you ask 9,000 people, they will probably tell you they don't like me, because that's what the vote of my opponent is. But you have not asked 20-something thousand, who are the people who elected me. So, Mr. Speaker, I am sorry I'm calling her an idiot, but her actions actually are similar to the acts of an idiot. She's not been elected. Let her come here, let her fight, let her get her space. But if you actually look at even the ranking in Homa Bay, those of us who know Homa Bay politics, it is mirroring exactly the Homa Bay politics. Number 1 in Homa Bay, 1 line. Number 2 in Homa Bay, 1 line. Number 3 in Homa Bay, 1 line. All the people who are in another line, number 8, coming up to 4. Look for your votes directly, ask the public, get your votes, but do not use me to try and get votes. And Mr. Speaker, what I can say as an MP who oversights CDF, when I go to the ground, I talk about CDF. I don't look for work that other people have done, including Ministry of Water, and put my names on them and declare that I've done water in Gorogoro, I have done water where. Tell us what you are doing with the projects that you are being given as a member of parliament, NGCDF, as a women ref, NGAF, as an MCA if there's any money which they don't have, as a senator who don't have anything. But don't go hanging on people's coats when you have stolen women's money and then using political poll. The rest of the people here are basically victims of Homa Bay politics. I will not be quiet. You play underground, I play on the surface. You will deal with Amilo Geza. Me, I don't joke with you. I can tell you after this, Rachel Nyamai, myself and others will be on TikTok. The girls will be imitating us on TikTok. And they will be making money imitating us on TikTok. And then under this tax, we are telling them we are taxing you, TikTok. Why? They are doing that because there are no jobs. They have become innovative and look for their own jobs. And after they have got their own jobs, an industry that has not solidified, like teaching, like law, we want to kill that industry that is helping our young people. That is why the Gen Zs were on the streets. And I want to tell the president, who I served with in the same committee in parliament, who was my classmate in the university, fire those guys that you have hired who are giving you economic advice. They are not helping you at all. How do you even imagine bringing something like taxing bread, even if it is as a joke? That is a joke carried too far. That is a joke carried too far. You can crack doctors elsewhere. You can find a situation where the young people have burnt the country based on your joke. Try those jokes elsewhere. Because Kenyans are suffering. Kenyans are tired of being taxed. And if we cannot listen to the Kenyans who are tired of being taxed, we have no business being in this house. We must listen to the Kenyans. And Mr. Speaker, I want to declare my interest as a former user of sanitary towels, and as Dynasty as a former user of diapers, and as a future user of diapers. Because as a woman, once you get menopausal, you will have leaks and you will use diapers. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say, it's not all women, so Rosa should not be worried, but there are women who get leaks. And I want to say that there are people, because we don't want to have shame over menopausal issues, we don't want shame over period. And Mr. Speaker, I am saying this because I've been sitting here today listening patiently to the men talking about sanitary towels that is in the finance bill. And they are speaking with authority. If we wanted to save money the way the finance committee has done, and want to tax anything else, go and tax men innerwears. Go and tax men innerwears. Don't speak on our issues as women. Let us be the one to speak about sanitary towels. We are the ones who know what works for us, and you are saying we want to encourage the local manufacturing. While you are waiting to enable our local manufacturing agencies to create those sanitary towels, will we tell our periods to stop? Our periods will not stop while you are manufacturing. Our girls will have their menses as usual, and the cost that they are used to will be higher because that will come through underground. What I am saying is, Mr. Speaker, I do not support the finance bill. The child out there,
Millie.
You are not advertising the child
Honorable
out there.
Millie Odhiambo, did you say that we have children who have a genetic connection with our pastors?
Yes. With our pastors?
Yes.
No, I did not say with our pastors, but it is a fact. It is also a reality. In fact, Chair, there is one of the things that I want to actually raise before this House, that as a person who is a Christian, I am very concerned at some of the practices I see in some of the churches, where pastors are praying and touching women's breasts and touching women's buttocks. We are still on earth, and you touch a woman's breast, what you are creating is excitement. You are not creating a spiritual surge. It is sexual surge. There is no spiritual surge in such instance. Stop touching women's breasts and buttocks during prayers. There's nothing spiritual about that. Keep distance. The spirit will work between you and the woman with the distance. There's no need to put a physical touch between you and a woman. So yes, there are children who have DNA with the pastors. I was just giving the example of Suba. I can get into Kikuyu as well. I can tell you how many Kikuyus he appointed. I can tell you how many Kalenjins he appointed. I can tell you how many Kambas he appointed. Don't joke with that man. Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga has done well for this country. Even yourself, Owen Baya, you got your position vis-a-vis Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And that is why sometimes you still wear blue. Because in your heart, you know you are very Azimio. It is just that because you know that this side is eating so much, you are also hoping that you can go and eat. But otherwise, you know very well that Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, there is nobody as fairer than Raila Amolo Odinga. And I can tell you, Mr. Speaker, that this
Millie
report...
Odhiambo, do you want to be informed?
No, I don't want to be informed.
Honorable Millie
Mr. Speaker,
information.
as you can see, Mr. Speaker, I am a lawyer with a master's from New York University. There is nothing you can inform me. I'm fairly intelligent and knowledgeable on issues of governance and corruption. And then I'm a ranking member, so I have a history of this parliament. I can teach you and educate you about things that have gone on and the things that are continuing to go on. I have been sexually violated in this house, Chair, and no action was taken, even though when somebody undresses me in this house, that is sexual violence, Mr. Speaker. You don't touch my panty. You are not Mr. Mabona. That is sexual violence. Those are the things that we are hoping that they provide on the standing orders.
It all depends on which one will be would be better dealt with. We would be better able to deal with that aspect of what you've just said. Would it? Did you say PO box? You say undressed or addressed? Sorry.
Chair, I am not talking about PO box. Chair, you know that I already addressed a letter to you complaining that when I was in this house, there are male members who tried to remove my dress. One pulled my panty and tore my panty, which I have kept for historical reasons because it was an embarrassing moment for this house. And it is fortunate that it happened to me, who does not give a damn. If it was another member, they may have left. If another woman, that was done to them. But because Millie Odhiambo, who is fearfully and wonderfully made, I do not fear my thighs or any other part of my private part of my body.
Very well.
So if the men did that, it does not bother me. But it is embarrassing, and it should be provided in the standing orders that when you come here as a man, you pass legislation. You have not come to pass my
Honorable Millie Odhiambo, Honorable Millie Odhiambo, Honorable Millie Odhiambo, as you are, I'm sure you are more than abundantly aware. That's a matter for not for the standing orders, but for the Powers and Privileges Act.
That the women, nominated women, which then includes me because I was also nominated, that the only thing we bring is between our legs. We bring that one as well, of course, but we also bring our heads. Because you cannot pretend we don't have things. Even you have things beneath your legs. Madam Speaker, I'd also want to indicate, no, you will not intimidate us with such issues.
I want to warn the men who are targeting national leaders with sex shaming, like the one we have seen of late. If we cannot protect women at the local level, and we are trying to, and us as women leaders, we are being targeted. And we want to be quiet because of 1, 2, 3 reasons. And please excuse me as women, because I know we had agreed that we will not talk about this. But blanket or no blanket, I will talk because I'm very offended. We cannot be treating women like trash. We cannot be treating women like rubbish. We cannot be treating women like they are the ones who came up with sex, like they are the ones who invented sex. And I want to tell women who are shaming and victimizing another woman who is already a victim, and you are trying to victimize and taking a moral high ground. Shame on you. Shame on you. I have seen one of my friends going and saying, because you have children, don't do this. Who told you that a woman posted photos of herself? You come here, post photos. Who hasn't had sex? Even I have had sex. Otherwise, why is my name Mrs. Mabona? But you cannot use, even today I've had. What is the big deal if I've had? And if you think there's a problem, report to the nearest police or report me to God. But what I want to say is, in this country, this must stop. This nonsense must stop. And the DCI must follow those, I don't even know what name to call them. I don't want to be abusive. But the DCI must follow those guys. Every time, there are so many women who have been followed. And every time you are being told, just keep quiet, otherwise you will not get a blanket. Blanket or not blanket, amen. I am going to say it. You are not going to harass women. I don't care whether you are in UDA. I don't care whether you are in ODM. When it is an issue of women, my party becomes a woman. When it's an issue of women, my party becomes a woman. Because what is done to another woman will be done to me. And Madam Speaker, the issue of morality is a very personal issue. Whether somebody decides they want to get out of their marriage, we are all answerable to God. So let us not bring issues of somebody to ourselves. Let that be our own issue. But what somebody has done in her privacy, why are you bringing for us here in public? I'm sure even if we asked them, if we were to take videos of Ichungwa yesterday, we might also see new styles that we didn't see in the other videos. If you were to show the other men who are here doing their own things. Why are we making it a women issue like we are the one who created sex in this country? Honestly, I was so offended I could not even stay in this house yesterday, Madam Speaker. What nonsense is this? And we are going to amend our laws. We are going to amend our laws and make stricter penalties. If we have to bring, I don't support the death penalty. I don't support the death penalty. I wish I was, but if I was, I would have actually said,
we are
bring the death.
your time by another 3 minutes.
Thank you. If I was capable, I would have actually brought the death. If I was a supporter of the death penalty, I would have actually supported the death penalty on people like that. But because I don't support the death penalty, Madam Speaker, I think we need to enhance the sentences to life for people like that. And please, if you're here and you want to, you want to stand here and give us your moral high ground, we all don't know what you do in your private lives. It's only God who knows what you do. And there are some of us who may be there, perhaps the ones who are quiet are the ones who are moral than the rest of us who are noisy. So please, and I want to urge you, behind that person you are harassing, behind that person there is a human being. You do not understand what that person is going through. I happen to know some of those people at a very close level, and their lives and their children's lives have been destroyed. At least if you are not bothered about that person, have mercy on their children, unless you are the devil incarnate. Idiots. I mean, I'm sorry, I withdraw that. I withdraw that, Madam Speaker. But it's really offensive. I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving this House direction, that it is actually wrong for us to be mentioning other people who are not here and calling them names, like regrettably, my good friend, Honorable Ichung'wah, called Honorable Raila an urban terrorist. Mr. Speaker, if it weren't for your order, I could also have called Honorable Ruto national terrorist. But because of your order, I'm not calling him a national terrorist, Mr. Speaker. And finally, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that my good friend Honorable Ichung'wah must tell us whether he's also of the LGBTQ community because of his preoccupation with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. That guy is a man, buana. Don't be too preoccupied with Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta.
Order.
I'm a woman, buana. Hey, nikitu gani wewe?
Honorable Millie Odhiambo. Honorable Millie Odhiambo. Order.
And I was telling Honorable Ichung'wah what some of the members from his own side are saying quietly. That is very dictatorial and it denies members a chance to speak. Let members in this House be members. They are very intelligent members who have degrees here. But you are making people look here like vegetables. They cannot contribute in this House. What are we making this Parliament? This Parliament is becoming a joke of a House. That's why some of us hardly are in this House. Let this House be a house of debate and representation and oversight. So you can't make members come here and you make us look like flower girls. We refuse to be flower girls and we refuse to be intimidated. When I am here and I've come here to contribute, let me contribute when I've actually put my button to speak. Know. This is a joke.
You are going
Don't make this Parliament a joke.
You will. Yes, Honorable Millie Odhiambo, your time has lapsed.
Nonetheless, I just want to challenge the majority leader to bring the Hansard and see on record. Tell me what I said on record, because I was never given a chance. No record, please.
Honorable Millie.
No record, give me what I said.
Millie,
on record.
Order.
My husband is Zimbabwean. And I do not have dual citizenship. And the reason I do not have dual citizenship, Madam Speaker, is because I'm still negotiating with my husband to allow me to marry a second and a third husband, like men have. And when he allows me, I will come and change the law. And if I change the law, then I will declare my dual citizenship or triple. Because these men can sit here and judge us as women and tell us to declare citizenship. Some of them are married to Ugandans. Some of them are married to Eritreans. Some of them are married in Somalia and Tanzania and the US. But they are not telling us to declare. We are not telling them to declare their innocence. Don't joke with us. When you are urging me to be a good example to the girls, the younger ones who are doing their first term, Mr. Speaker, if they are good girls, they'll never get corner office. Be as bad as Millie Odhiambo, you will be the mother of this House. I am a bad girl, and as a bad girl, I'm here serving my 4th term. So do not be cheated like the African culture, where you are told have decorum, dress nicely, be kind, be nice. I'm telling you, you will go nowhere. Be a bad girl like me, and you'll get somewhere. I want to also apologize again, because of all the factors I've indicated here, for the next things that I'm going to say. That, Honorable Kajwang, we may be educated and even have PhDs, but there are factors that cannot change. One of the factors that can't change is that as a man, you have never had periods and you have no clue what it is like to have periods. So please don't talk for me. Honorable Kajwang, you have never carried a baby for 9 months. Maybe there, me and you are the same. But most of the women here have carried babies for 9 months. So you cannot talk for them. They know what it is to labor for 9 months. So don't talk for us on issues of women. Don't purport to know issues relating to women. Mr. Speaker, it's the same way. I cannot talk about wet dreams because I don't know what it is like to ejaculate in the night, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are all very different as men and as women. And therefore, let us keep our lane. Let us love our brothers. Let us love our boyfriends. Let us love our husbands. Let us love our uncles. Let us love our fathers. Similarly, please, also love your sisters, love your aunties, love your mothers, love your grandmothers. It's not a competition. Everybody knows that the world is skewed against us. What I'm telling Honorable Kajwang, in a very crude manner, is that you are not wearing my shoe. Only the wearer of the shoe knows. Mr. Speaker, I've said it here in this house before, that there were days that if I were to come here to debate the House on a critical issue, I wouldn't even come here. Why? Because I would be in a pool of blood. Because I would faint. I was being admitted in hospital every month for 3-4 days. Honorable Kajwang has not had to go that. And you expect me to go out there and compete equally with you. There is a load that I'm carrying as a woman that you have never carried and you don't know how to carry. And you will never know to carry because you have the privilege of being a man. The same way in the US and other countries, there is white privilege. And so a white person cannot lecture a black person because you have not lived the shoes of a black person. In the same manner, a man cannot lecture me about being a woman because you don't know. And if you actually look at all the things that bedevil women, they start with men, menopause, menstruation and all that. Even though we love you and you are a necessary evil in our lives. That's why we marry you and you have you as boyfriends and all that. But you are a necessary evil. So I want to lecture you, but also plead with you, my brother, and my grandson. Yes, that please, don't make it look like women, that this thing of affirmative action is by elite women. We had Honorable Eshomo here, Mr. Speaker. She didn't know how to read and write when she came in here. She could only speak in Kiswahili. What is so elite about her? Is the fact that she can't read or write so elitist? She came from Samburu. That's where she grew up and she was raised. Right now, I've just come from where I've just gotten an award for working for women. And we were with the Chief Justice, Martha Koome. And I told her right there that I was not happy that she called us hot hair and all those kind of things. But I told her about it when it comes to women's issues, my tribe is woman. And I told off the people who are attacking her that what they need to look at are governance issues and not hound her out of office simply because she's a woman. Because we know some of the people hounding her out of office are themselves extremely corrupt. But they didn't raise those issues about men. It is only when you have Martha Koome or Nancy Baraza sitting in those offices. Those are the things, in those offices, those are the things that I'm telling you that I wear a special shoe that you don't understand. Try wearing this high shoe. Try having the kind of figure I have and the material I'm carrying behind my back. And walk with high shoes with that material. And tell me if you can manage it from there to... Honorable TJ, you don't know what we go through as women. And then enters menopause, hot flashes and all that. Honorable Kajwang, you don't know half the story of being a woman. And that is why we need affirmative action. And I want to tell you that being in this house, I have seen the impact and effect of affirmative action. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Njoki Ndung'u now sits in Supreme Court. Affirmative action. Cecil Mbarire is now governor. Affirmative action. Millie Odhiambo serving a 4th term. Affirmative action. Gladys Wanga, Governor Homa Bay. Affirmative action. Martha Wangare is having a term as a 3rd term. Affirmative action. Lesuda also doing a 3rd term. Affirmative action. Mr. Speaker, how did we get it here? We got here because we were given that platform. If I was not given that platform, when I went to Suba the first time, everybody was asking me the questions that TJ was not asked. I was asked why I don't have a child. I was asked where my house is or my home is. I was asked where I'm married. Nobody asks him those questions. My house was burnt. My bodyguard was killed. I know that kind of violence may be similar, but it's worse when you are a woman. Right now, Mr. Speaker, I'm living here because of a case of a girl who is 19 years, who was reported to have been raped, and people are mocking her on social media. I'm meeting her with her mother. People are mocking her on social media. The girl is actually going through depression, and we may lose her because of what she's going through. The men don't have to go through those kind of things, Mr. Speaker. And when we actually trivialize the things women go through and make it an elitist thing. Honorable Kajwang, I know your daughter. She sings very well in Nairobi Central SDA. She's an elite woman because she's grown in Nairobi. May she get that opportunity that also a rural woman may get. If you don't like us as the women in the house, think about your daughter. She's a wonderful woman, and she needs that chance, just like every other woman. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I'm very happy that we are discussing this as we are commencing the International Women's Day, which is coming on the 8th of March. And it is a reminder that it is a long journey. From 1975 in Mexico, right up to now. We moved to Copenhagen, we moved to New York, we were in Nairobi with the Nairobi forward-looking strategies. On the Kajwang, it has been a journey. And for some of us, it is a lifelong journey. I am committed to changing the lot of women. And that is why what I'm wearing today is written, Women Committed to Changing the Lot of Women. And I will not stop. I've said I'm not retiring from this because this is a cause for life. And so I'm encouraging my brothers, let's not trivialize this issue. These are your daughters. These are your mothers. I know wives, we have different stories. These are your daughters. These are your mothers. Please have empathy in Jesus' name.